Hello everyone. Our topic is the future of fast fashion. How New York's proposed fashion sustainability legislation could change the industry. Our group members are Aditya Bhav, Amritpal Singh, Basil Shaji, Sakshar Singh, and Shahid Wasaya will present the case. So our problem statement is the unsustainable and exploitative practices of the fashion industry. This affects every step of the supply chain from obtaining raw materials to delivering finished goods. Oftentimes, a harsher reality lies behind the glamorous exterior of the fashion business. The supply chain is full with the unfair and unsustainable practices. From the very beginnings of our garments, from where it comes to where they end up as a result of resource intensive materials being utilized to follow the newest trends. We see environmental destruction, deforestation, pollution, and labor and land exploitation. The terrible reality that many manufacturing centers employ people in horrible circumstances, like they give long hours and the little pay is given behind their clothing industry, in addition to create mountains of textile waste and startling carbon impact from worldwide transit. The fast fashion industry encourages a disposable mentality. Choice making by customers is complicated by the opaque supply networks in this industry, and there is a change needed. So we come up with a problem statement, and we will give you up the solution in our next slides.
Hello everyone. Today we'll delve into the comprehensive analysis of the proposed Fashion Sustainability and Social Accountability Act in New York. First, we'll examine the SWOT analysis for this proposed act. We believe our first is the existing customer demand for sustainable practices in fashion industry. This legislation aligns with the growing trend in customer preferences for eco-friendly and socially responsible products. Additionally, the industry cooperation behind the bill, supported by the influential figures and organizations, enhances its strengths. Moving on to the weaknesses, we acknowledge the potential opposition to the regulation within the industry. Some companies, especially the smaller ones, might resist the proposed changes due to the additional costs or operational adjustments that they might need to face. Furthermore, there might be challenges related to the inadequate industry inclusion where smaller players may find compliance challenging. Now, talking about the opportunities, the bill positions New York to take a global leadership role in sustainable fashion practices. This not only aligns with the state's ambition but also provides an opportunity for the fashion industry to innovate and differentiate itself to evolving customer values. Finally, we address the threats. Operational costs associated with compliance could pose challenges for companies, particularly the smaller ones. The worldwide supply chain complexity in the fashion industry is another potential threat, as it might require significant adjustments to meet the legislations of the supply chain transparency that is required. Now, let's shift our focus to Porter's Five Forces model to understand the competitive dynamics and the forces shaping the fashion industry in the context of this proposed legislation. Starting with the threat of new entrants, it appears to be significantly low. The fashion industry demands significant capital investment, brand recognition, and established supply chains, making it a formidable barrier for new players. Moving on to the bargaining power of buyers, we assume that it will be high. The customer preferences for sustainable practices provide buyers with the leverage to demand environmentally and socially responsible products. This could force the companies to adapt or risk losing market share. The bargaining power of suppliers is assumed to be moderate. While the fashion industry relies on various suppliers for raw materials, the legislation's supply chain transparency requirements could impact the relationship between companies and their suppliers. Next, we consider the threat of substitute products and we consider it to be moderate. As customers increasingly seek sustainable alternatives, companies need to adapt these changing preferences to avoid losing market share to more eco friendly alternatives. Finally, We talk about the competitive rivalry and we assume that it will be high. Major players in the fashion industry, from luxury giants to the big fashion giants, compete intensely for the market share. The proposed legislation could amplify this rivalry as companies strive to differentiate themselves through sustainable practices.
Hello everyone. I'm going to talk about the alternatives and our options for making our supply chain better for the environment. First up, we can fully embrace the new green rules. That means changing a lot in how we work to be more eco friendly. It's a big step, but it shows that we really care about the planet. Our second option here is to team up with other companies and make our own green standards. This way, we can share ideas and work together, but it might take time to get everyone to agree on the same things. The third option here is to use the new technology that can be used to track how green our supply chain is. This could make our work much more efficient, but it needs money to start, and we need to learn how to use it. And so we're looking at these options carefully to pick the best ones. Now, talking about the benefits and drawbacks of our choices, if we go with the new laws, we'll be doing a lot of good for the environment. People will see us as a leader in this area, but it's going to cost us more, and we'll need to change how we do things. Joining with other companies means we can help each other and make our own rules, but it's not easy to get everyone to agree on the same things. And using the new technologies in the market can help us a lot and save us money over the time, but it's going to cost a lot to start, and our team needs to learn new skills. So each choice has its own benefits and things to watch out for. So we want to make the best choice for our company's future.
So hi all, myself Basil and I will be covering the recommendations. So coming to the first point, a hybrid strategy for industry collaboration and compliance. So to optimize the sustainability practices within the company, so firstly, an immediate execution of supply chain audit is crucial.
Hello everyone, let's talk about how we keep an eye on our supply chain and make sure everything going as planned. First, we have a system to regularly check on key things like how much stuff we are making, how quickly we are getting it to customers, and our environmental impact. We use tools like reports and dashboards to see these details clearly. We also have a team that's always looking out for any problem or changes in the market, like new laws or whatever competitors are doing. If they see something, they let us know. And we figure out if we need to change our plans. This way, we can quickly adjust to keep things running smoothly and stay ahead of the game. Thanks for listening, and let's move to our next point about being ready for emergencies. Now, let's talk about our emergency plans. We know that sometimes unexpected things happen, like a supplier having trouble or a big change in the market. That's why we have backup plans. For example, if one of our main suppliers can't give us what we need, we have other suppliers we can turn to. We also set aside some money to handle unexpected costs, like if we need to find a new supplier quickly or deal with new rules that comes up suddenly. Our quick response team is ready to jump into action if something big happens, to fix problems fast and keep our business moving. Remember, being prepared means we can handle whatever comes our way. Thank you. That's the end of our presentation.